Hi everyone. Let me teach you the Abhyaas session. What exactly we do in the Abhyaas session once more. And before I start, I just want to tell you each one of you that we have very unique way of learning current affairs and prelims examination. We really are very less believer of the thing that we can just read and qualify the prelims examination. Like, I really want you people to practice a lot. That's why you see on the gold tide just 5 days results are going to come, 10 days, sorry. And you can see the students, number of students not only qualifying, how many of them are scoring 95 plus. Okay, so this is the beauty when you learn current affairs in a very authentic way. And current affairs, actually real current affairs, come from the various newspaper, and that's what the gold tide does, right? So now, if you see the 6 Abhyaas session, the article was given to you, and then we have few questions. Okay, now the very first question, as you know, the article talks about the Turkey and Azerbaijan. Now it talks about the border. Okay, the very first question we asked to the students in the Abhyaas session was the map of the Turkey, right? It's bordered by which seas? Then you have the answer here also, but like just the question I am talking about, between Turkey and Azerbaijan, which country is located? Now Caspian Sea borders Turkey from the north. India maintains trade surplus with both the countries, true or false? Okay, one more thing here, that we teach current affairs not in the form of options, but in the form of true and false. Okay, and this is what we started, not only when they started giving the question only one, only two. This true and false is very important for this. Okay, it's very useful for solving only one and only two kind of questions, right? Where every statement has to be solved. So this is what the method is. It will make you very strong, and it will also increase your knowledge and like confidence, right? Now, India maintains the trade surplus with both the countries, true or false? It was true. And the share of crude oil import from the both countries is less than 1%, true or false? So basically, the article, from this article, whatever the prelims question can be framed, we try to frame. Now from the single article, see how many prelims specific questions you have learned. So I'm not here trying to teach you about the mains perspective, but we are taking the prelims statement and asking you questions on the weekly basis, right? So these were the questions from this article, and the rest questions there's a sheet which is called the newspaper prelims document, and that sheet also contains so many questions, and the topics will be finished, right, in a complete way. अब उसके बाद we also give you the solution. Okay, आप देखो यहाँ पे every the question which I asked, it is mentioned by the images and the explanation. Now the second article was regarding the Banu Mustaq's Heart Lamb bags the International Booker's Prize. Now these questions are very very important, right? आप देखो उनको sports या whenever. Now Kannada literature, the award was for the Kannada literature, and there is some criteria, International Booker Prize, who are selected, what in which language it will be selected. Now, if you see here, there are some important and very important concepts we ask for the prelims examination. Not basic concepts, we can say the facts. The first thing is who won and for which work. This was important, that you can easily find. Okay, questions are from the article itself. You see here, from the Heart Lamb, and the winner is the Banu Mustaq. Now, in this International Booker Prize, the one more important term is there, that is the translator. Now, English work is recognized under International Booker's Prize. Okay, so English language का मतलब ये नहीं है कि those who are writing in English only they will be recognized. Even if you write in Hindi or Kannada, like in this Kannada work, so it will be translated to English. Now, the importance here in the International Booker Prize is not only about the author but also the translator. That's why you see here, the winner is the Banu Mustaq, translated from the Kannada by Deepa Bhasti. Okay, so now I have asked you that it is awarded single book and translated to English and published in the UK. These are the criteria. It is true or false? It is true. The third thing which I asked you is the prize money divided equally between the author and translator. And we got the original website and we found here. Okay, the prize money is divided equally between the author and a translator. Each shortlisted author and translator also receives. ये भी fact important है. Okay, तो देखो कुछ स्टैटिक क्वेश्चंस तो हम करेंगे. And this year, like if you see this AI summit, I hardly find anyone who gave, and the UK and US are not the part of the summit. I mentioned, I will show you. Okay, definitely I will show you. I am the only person who talks about the Lokpal and the third statement which talks about the 45 years age in your current affairs, right? So you have to understand the prelims examination that अभी ऊपर से पढ़ के कुछ नहीं होगा. You have to go deep. और ये जो articles हैं, these are not from the single newspaper. We cover in the Hindu, then Indian Express, then we have Business Standard, then we have Morning Standards, then we have Hindustan Times and different UN websites. Okay, and then we are framing these questions. Now, if you see here, the third, and this is a very important article. If you see here, the India's lion population logged 32.2 surge in the last 5 years. अब आप you can't imagine also the important and new type of questions you will find here. So most of you will like, okay, गिर forest में lion है, it's fine, over. ऐसा नहीं, it is increased or decreased, over. No. You see here, as per the latest data, lion population decreased in the Gujarat. It's false because if you see here, it says the 32.2% increase, right? Now, the second question from this article I asked you, just see the paragraph only. Unlike the tiger reserve done, tiger census done once in 4 years, tiger and lion. Okay, see here, tiger and lion. So once in 4 years. Over a period of 2 years. So census is done for the period of 2 years. The lion census is done once in a 5 years. Once in a 5 year and completed in just 3 days. देखो लायन सेंसस को सिर्फ 3 दिन लगते हैं और टाइगर सेंसस को इट टेक्स 2 years टू कंप्लीट. यू सी द डिफरेंस, राइट? नाउ वन मोर फैक्ट इफ यू सी द टाइगर सेंसस रिलाइज ऑन द पग मार्क मेथडोलॉजी एज कंपेयर टू द एसिटिक लायन सेंसस दैट इज डन थ्रू द डायरेक्ट बीट वेरिफिकेशन. ये मेथड है, आप देखो. अब ये स्टेटमेंट्स आपको किसी मैगजीन में नहीं मिलेगा. This you will always and only find from the newspaper, right? So this is again the correct statement, and third is also. And फिर हमने ये पूछा है, are you seeing status for the tiger or lion is same? No. So basically what we are doing current affairs only, but not in the form of reading, but in the form of the question. And we are, see, lion के बहुत सारे newspaper में articles थे, but they all covered different criteria. This is the only article which covered like कुछ forest and new forest they covered. Then they covered the important fact here. तो यहाँ पे ज़्यादा prelims के statement थे. तो वो आप नहीं खुद you can't be able to find on your own. It's a thing I have to do for you, right? So that's why you have joined me, right? So these are important articles. The more article you see here, the new payment regulatory board is going to replace the board for the payment and settlement system. Okay, so this board is established under which act? This is the first question. Under the payment and settlement system 2007. Who will chair this board? Governor. Are the government employee under this board? Yes, it will have 3 government employees. देख रहे हो आप? So this is very very important that when you go through article, you have to solve the prelim statement. Till now, you have learned that you have to solve only analysis and make notes for the mains examination. But nobody taught you that prelims का notes कैसे बनाना है article के अंदर से. And that's why we have this platform, Gold Tide IAS Academy, where it's only dedicated platform for the prelims, and you learn here something very unique and different as compared, and that's why you're performing. Now the next article from the Business Standard and talks about the India-Chile trade. अब देखो, अब सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन इसको देख के यही होगा कि is India trade deficit or surplus? Now you see here, export इतना है और export is this much, import. So obviously we have trade deficit with Chile. Or you can imagine, without looking these any articles or questions which I have asked you here, you can just imagine what exactly India is importing from the Chile. Okay, the first thing which should come into your mind, it should come. Okay, it's a lithium concentrate, right? It's such kind of materials they are importing, right? So these are important things we are importing from Chile, and something we are exporting also. So we are not exporting something very specific, but we are importing something very specific from Chile. Okay, and why why this is Chile is also important? It is a part of the lithium triangle, because we have Argentina, Bolivia, and Chile. So questions are asked here. It's not something I'm asking you just like from the article. India has a trade deficit. Yes. India export lithium oxide. No. India imports. 3 countries part of the lithium triangle. Again. Now this question you see here, the Andes mountain extends to these countries. Now this was part of your 2025 prelims. Even अगर ये क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में नहीं आता, देन ऑल्सो आई वुड हैव आस्क्ड यू सच स्टेटमेंट. Okay, and the next is India Chile has signed the CEPA and the PTA preferential trade agreement. Not CEPA, only preferential trade agreement. Okay, and this is the Andes mountain. You have to learn. In similar way, we have other articles as well, and we are solving. And this is one of the document that is called the Abhyaas session. We are conducting every week. The next document is the newspaper prelims document, where we are not solving, we are giving you assignment for the prelims examination. Okay, weekly you will be needed just 2-3 hours, and gradually will increase. But right now, as we are doing mains examination, Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday, you are going to do prelims mains examination, and Sunday or any day of the week, just for 2-3 hours, you are going to do the prelims part, and then only your prelims will become very strong by end. है ना? तो इस चीज का ध्यान रखिए. Keep following, keep learning, and you will never be failing in the prelims examination ever. I'm assuring you, if you're doing such assignments, such important sheets, newspaper, you will never fail in the prelims examination. Thank you so much.